If you had to marry the person you lost your virginity to, what would your life be like now? Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the video. How fricked would you be? Or how much happier would you be? Let's hear some interesting stories. Appreciate the upvotes, guys. I would be still living in my hometown with very little money and no future. He wasn't smart, wasn't nice, constantly cheated on me, and has made nothing of his life. I wouldn't be very happy at all. The sex would be freaky and amazing. The rest of the time would be pure hell. Amen. Double amen. Fine, maybe triple. Couldn't agree with you more. Sex was always the best, but that bitch was freaking nuts. Why do I feel like we all share the same first girlfriend? I was married to the person I lost my virginity to. Sex was average, but all I knew. Then we split up and my next relationship was exactly as you describe. I am not sure which was a healthier relationship, hence why the second one also ended. Sex isn't everything, people. I'd be married to a successful lawyer. My parents would be disappointed in me for marrying a black girl, and I would be happy to have a loving, dedicated and intelligent wife, but slightly bored with her sense of humor. Not too bad. Divorced. No way I'm letting my life go down the shitter for that dumbass. I'm surprised to see more people didn't think of this. I would probably be the most frequent user of the domestic abuse hotline. I would be in a similar state. Kudos on getting out of the situation. I hope you find a wonderful, loving partner. Thank you. I am currently dating a sweetheart who makes me feel beautiful. Same here. Or I'd be dead via suicide or him. I want to hug you so badly right now, sad face. We've been together since 16, 25 years ago. Very, very happy. Thank you. Either myself or her mother would be dead by now. Insert Neo dodging a bullet. Alan, please add GIF. She's in the Marines, is on antidepressants, beats her husband, cuts herself and smokes, drinks during her current pregnancy. So let's just say that I'd hire a bodyguard for a couple days while I annulled the marriage immediately. I think you may have lost your virginity to my ex's new wife. I'm 100% serious. My life would be so boring. I'd probably be one of those bored housewives that does cocaine while her kids are at school. Hey now, cocaine habit means you have a rich husband, right? True. I could afford hair extensions and cocaine, but money isn't everything. That's why you use it to buy happiness. People who say money can't buy happiness aren't spending enough of it. You can buy matches now, aka cocaine. Awesome. I would jump at the chance to be with someone that's smart and funny every day. It would be a constant adventure, and since we are still close, I can't imagine we would have a hard time getting along. She, however, might be depressed since she hates commitment. Ted? Classic schmosby. I fricked Ted. Pool Walt. I'd probably be living in a trailer park. Did you lose it to Bubbles? Oh geez. Kill me now. I'd rather be dead than shackled to that sociopath. I would be living alone. Oh wow, everyone else is assuming that you mean that you're still a virgin. But my first thought was that the person you lost your virginity to died. I'm a really morbid person, sad face. Oh god, I didn't even think that she was a virgin. I assumed someone died too. Gets on one knee, pulls out a ring. Faldale, will you have sex with me? It's okay, Cherizit. You handled that well. Nat 2. I'm about to put a ring on it. I'm guessing you like it. Oh. I just put a ring on it Saturday. Feels good, man. JPG. I think it would be pretty good, because under the rules in the question, he'd pretty much have to have come out of the closet. I think being out or feeling like he'd been able to be himself would have saved him a whole lot of misery, and he'd have been a much better person. Alone. Probably awesome. We're still good friends and he hasn't gotten any less attractive. He's also pretty successful and he's a huge nerd. Our marriage and life would probably be full of awesome and nerdy adventures. Or something. Well, get after that. Why don't ya? I was after that. But he doesn't date. He wants to focus on getting himself into a career now that he's finished school. Why did you even break up? This is exactly as mine would be. I did marry the person I lost my virginity to. We have been together almost 13 years and married over 8 years. Our first, and probably only, child is due in 3 weeks. All is well. Now if he married the person he lost his virginity to, I'd kill that bitch. I would have committed suicide long ago. As would I. Marrying a rapist isn't exactly my idea of my dream wedding. Dunno. She committed suicide a few months later after being raped by her father. Lonely, I guess, considering we wouldn't either had a long marriage. People like that make me hate the human race. I'm sorry that happened. It's been many years. But I still hope the bastard was raped to death in prison. In all honesty, rapists are usually low on the totem pole in prison and he's probably already been raped. I would like the guy to have gotten what was coming to him also. But I find the idea of hierarchy among imprisoned criminals somewhat funny. As a murderer, I find your actions morally indefensible, because you raped someone. Now get ready for rape. Is that how it works? People kill others for a wide variety of reasons. Honor, revenge, anger, or just being crazy. Rapists all usually have the same motive: power. So while some murderers may not have much to stand on here, some of them still hold the moral high ground. But that's just my opinion. It'd be really stupid. Like, pants on head retarded. I want to kick myself for ever dating that skank. Lonely and boring. He's agoraphobic and his idea of a good time is going to Fry's, niche electronic retailer in the US. I love going out to bars and concerts and weird restaurants. He wanted the same boring food at California Pizza Kitchen and Cheesecake Factory. Also refused to eat anything without meat in it. He also had zero tact and censorship and would blurt out whatever he was thinking. Lost a lot of friends this way. When I gently suggested that telling a vain friend who was in a car accident and got her head shaved due to injuries that she looked like Mr. Clean was probably not the most sensitive action, he got extremely angry and refused to censor himself or apologize, saying it would oppress his personality too much. He later complained how miserable university was, because he left with no friends. He's agoraphobic. Yeah, those sweaters scare the shit out of me, too. Telling a vain friend who was in a car accident and got her head shaved due to injuries that she looked like Mr. Clean was probably not the most sensitive thing. Hud up. That is hilarious. Wrong, but really funny. HRM. Perhaps this is why I also have no friends. She was very sensitive about it. Also had some pretty bad scars from the accident. It's like asking a burn victim if it's hot in here or is it just me. You gotta censor yourself sometimes. Probably in jail for necrophilia. She's dead. Usually people stop having sex with their wives after they die. I just saved you from an awkward situation later in life. Oh. Can anyone confirm if he's joking or for real? I might be in trouble. Sorry to hear that. Also, sorry I laughed. We don't talk at all now. We dated about 7 years ago, but I think we could make it work. It wouldn't be brilliant or awful. I'm surprised there aren't more answers like this. I would be single. I know how you feel. Welp, I'd still be stuck with the geeky guy who thought it'd be a great thing on our first date to go along with my idea of 100 matches of Soul Calibur 2. Winner takes the last MTN due. And frankly, I couldn't be happier, and we just celebrated our 6th anniversary. You are probably every Redditor's dream girlfriend. Well then. Now I have an idea for a gaming night with my girlfriend. Interesting. I suppose I'd be a widower, since she was killed a year or so after we broke up. She was shot in the head while sitting in her living room. The asshole next door decided to clean his guns and whoops. That one wasn't unloaded. Although if we had still been together, maybe she wouldn't have been there and in the line of fire. Or maybe I would have caught the bullet instead. Anyway, she was a bit crazy, but we had some great times together. It's been 16 years and I still miss her, but I'm married to a wonderful woman now. things work out the way they're supposed to. Wait, what? Some guy accidentally shot her through a wall? Holy shit. I don't know whether to feel bad for him or not. He has to live with that guilt. Yep, the guy was actually very gun savvy, he just wasn't paying close enough attention this time. The bullet hit her in the head, and she died within hours. I heard about it on the news, recognized her apartment complex, and just knew it was her. I married her 16 years ago, and we're still happy. Whoa, quite a few people are still with their first sexual partner. Nice to hear, smiley face. It's because the average Redditor is now 16 years old. 16-year-old Redditor here. I can confirm. Also, no reason for me to even be in this thread. All aboard the Virgin train. Toot. Toot. Screech. Mum, haven't you heard of knocking? I would have a happy life together with my hand. It has been wonderful, and for 37 years. Congrats. 10 here, and we have never been with anyone else prior or since. Wouldn't change a damn thing. We're on our 8th year together, both losing our virginity to each other. I hope someday we end up like you two. We're on our 5th, would quite like to end up like this too, smiley face. Ditto, but we just had our 4th wedding anniversary. 8 years for us, too, and we're getting married next month. He's a petty, angry, fat, little donged man who is going bald. I wanted to move to Cali when we were dating, but he forbid it because he didn't want to go. Well, it took me almost 5 more years to get there, but I made it and have a fulfilling life, relationship, and I'm working hard to unroot the self-esteem issues that he was a big part of. I would be very unhappy. We were both the unpopular kids at high school. She was the stumpy fat girl with bad acne, and I was a nerd, in the days before nerds were cool. As a result, we became friends. We were never romantically close, but decided after school that we should experiment with each other so that when the right time came, we'd know what to do with someone we care about. We arranged that one Saturday I would go to her house and we would do the deed. We did. It wasn't anything special, and we never did it again. We remained friends for a few years, but drifted apart as our leaves did. I see her every now and then through friends, and while I'm career driven, and I'm married to an amazing woman, she still works behind the counter at the local university canteen 3 days a week, chain smokes like it's going out of fashion, and has no prospects of ever really being anything more. My wife encourages me to study and further myself, and for that I'm grateful. I'm sorry, Emily, but if I had ended up with you, I'd be a nothing.